Good morning, everyone. It has been a rather mindful morning for me today. I woke up and felt super rested, and I don't really know what that was about because I didn't go to bed super early and I don't feel like I slept that long, but whatever, I'm not gonna question it. I feel great today. It's raining outside, which was fantastic. Immediately got on my phone. I was like, is this all day? Is this the vibes? Or are we gonna have under 60 degrees weather and raining all day? The answer is yes. After I did my meditation, my yoga, I started tea and coffee because I didn't really know how I was gonna feel, which is surprising. I normally immediately go to coffee, but today is a tea day, I guess. I don't know, it just, everything all together, tea it is. Basically made a fort pillow up here to chill out and work on some projects. I do have some yarn to chat about today, so who knows, I might just end up starting a brand new project. This is from Disco Fibers, which is a newly opened online thrifting yarn site. And I have to say, this is the most enjoyable experience that I've had thrifting yarn because of the fact that it is so organized. It's not only the fiber content and the size of the yarn, but also the color. So if you're like me and you went onto the site not really knowing what pattern you're gonna wanna work up, you can just go to the colors that you're drawn to all the time and see what they have in stock for that and get inspiration that way, which is exactly what happened to me. I went to the reds, blacks, and grays, saw what they had there, and came up with, I don't know, 5 or 6 ideas of what I wanted to work it up into. Really, it was just a perfect day to have this arrive. Like, everything is all set up for new project, new yarn. Right on the top, we have Happy Feet. Ooh. Do I start a brand new pair of socks? Like, let's get cozy, let's watch a horror movie in my pillow fort, and this is from Hobbii. There is all different kinds of yarn on this site. I did see that there was quite a bit of Hobbii yarn on there, so it's like I already know that I like that brand of yarn, and you can get it at a super affordable price. This is 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon. I have never tried this one either. There's 50 grams of Happy Feet in here, and it is a #1 superfine. This is a totally new to me brand. That label is super cute. Really soft. It's gotta be a wool blend. Yeah, 50% fine washable merino, 50% baby alpaca. That's what I'm feeling. Super silky soft. This is Madeline Tosh. Love that the tags come with it too. It's incredible that it's all caked up because that's a lot of work, you know? I cake up yarn all of the time, and sometimes if I have a ton of it, just because, you know, maybe I have a big project, I'll set it aside for a specific day to be like, okay, we're gonna do some stretches, we're gonna get going. It's a lot of work because this is lightweight fingering, yes. 100% British blue-faced wool. This could make a fun crop top. Oh, even these 2 colors held together. Next up, we have Cascade Yarns. Love this company. All right, what type do we have? 100% superwash merino wool, and it's a very dark gray blend. Oh, this is machine wash on cold. That's really nice. Looks like we have some reds here. Oh no, this is like a ton of them. The unique sheep. Cute little rainbow sheepy there. Machine washable with cold. Okay, superwash merino, 200 yards, 50 grams, lightweight. Another one that would make excellent socks. Or pull all of these colors together, make an autumn themed wrap. I gotta check out this one because it's like, ooh, yes. Almost like a rust color. So I could either like hold them by themselves and maybe do a really big granny square stitch, or hold them all together and make something a little bit thicker that would work up quicker, maybe with like my 5.5mm crochet hook, because that is my go-to hook. Knitted Wit Sport. This color is calling me. Oh, and there's beads in this one too. That's something that I haven't done in a very long time. Okay, I might have to pull up some of my Pinterest boards because I know that I have some projects in there that have beaded crochet. 100% superwash merino wool. So I have 2 cakes of this crimson red. There's one more thing in here called Extra Disco. Some ends of yarn that I can add to my scrap yarn projects. Right now, what do I have going? I have a blanket and I have 2 cowls. I don't know why I have 2 cowls. Like, it's not cowl weather. I'm not really feeling like making cowls. Ooh, this is really soft. I don't know what this is, but super, super soft. Loving these colors. Kind of a springtime witchy color. And then we have a little cake of some blue yarn. I'm gonna say this is a wool yarn. I can make a tiny, cute little scare bear from these colors. Like the body of this and maybe the ears or something could have an accent. And then a little cardigan. I feel like that will look cute on it. Out of all of these colors, the red is just speaking to me. I could even hold it with one of like the grays if I wanted to build it up a little bit, because again, what is this? Oh, this is a sport weight. So if I did an airy stitch and maybe did a wrap, I could probably get away with a 5 or even a 5.5 if I wanted the stitches to be really, really big. Maybe I'll just like finish my tea here and think about what project to start for the day. The chill level for yesterday on this project did not last long. Once I decided what I wanted to make out of all this yarn, I went all day yesterday. I went back to one of my journals that has all of my Halloween costumes that I want to do this year. I already feel super behind on that, so I was like, you know what, maybe there's some sort of accessory that I can do with one of my costumes. Top of the list of my Halloween costumes this year is Lydia Deetz from Beetlejuice, and I thought it would be kind of fun to create her bouquet when she's being married off to Beetlejuice. I mean, we all know how that movie ends. I'm not gonna spoil it for you though. If you have never seen Beetlejuice, please go watch that, like right now. Like stop what you're doing at this moment and throw Beetlejuice on. So I made 5 or 6 of these. Then here's the stem. I need to put all of these together. I just crocheted over top a pipe cleaner. That's gonna go in there. Seam that all together. Very simple, quick type of flower. This part actually is the thing that takes the longest. I mean, there's just a lot of petals there. I used pretty much all of the colors except for the sock yarn. Yeah, it didn't go with the entire like theme or color theme of the bouquet. So I will probably end up making a pair of socks with those later. I've also been playing around with resin for the past about 2 weeks or so. I've been learning a lot, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to make every single flower have an eyeball in the middle of it. Did have the most perfect mold for that. So here we have like the eyeball, there's some bones and stuff too. I just did a couple. So this one is actually glow in the dark too, which totally adds another layer of spooky. So that's gonna go inside there and just kind of hide out. If you know what you're looking for, you're gonna notice it. Otherwise, it's just gonna look like it's part of the flower pretty much, which is exactly what I wanted. I have some ribbon that I'm gonna tie all of the stems of the flowers together. I'm not really sure which one I want to use, but maybe this one is kind of what I'm leaning towards, just to add a little more red into it. I don't know. I'll probably try both of them here, see which one I like better. For the bones, I am gonna turn these into stitch markers, and they're gonna go onto the bouquet, like right over top of the ribbon. So it's part of the decor, but I have a stitch marker with me just in case I wanna sit down and work up a new project. I have more, but there's like 2 left in here. So I think 3 is the perfect number. So here's one of them all put together. I need to go grab my black light too. I do have a portable one now. I'm gonna leave these in the sun for a little bit, charge them up so they can glow in the dark. I don't know, I think it's like a couple of hours I need to let them sit. But otherwise, I basically have all of the flowers done. Here's just some of the assortment. Pretty much all of them had like some red. Altogether, they look fantastic, though the red is really calling me. And here's this one. I probably didn't need to make this many. Like that would have been a good little bouquet, but I have 2 more to put in there. You have to see the dress that I got just for this. I thrifted it a couple of weeks ago. I knew that I wanted to use it for my Lydia costume, but I didn't know I was going to be able to wear it this soon. It is iconic. A little bit shorter than the actual Lydia dress. It has the shoulder pads. I'm totally leaving those in there. The color and intensity of this dress is just so perfect. The bottom is like all lace and it's all chopped up in different layers too. Oh my gosh, the fact that I found this and no one else had snagged it up, it's incredible. And it's my size too. Like I don't have to do any alterations to this. This is gonna be fantastic. I'm so excited. I just need to finish the final flower and then we're gonna put the entire look together. This outfit came together so much better than I thought it was going to. I mean, we have the lace, the headdress. I can flip it over. We've got an entire moment like that. I think I might get a belt too. It is a little bit big. Like I thought I wasn't gonna have to do alterations, but the shoulder pads, they're slipping down a little bit. So I'm gonna do that later, but like it's nice to know now the entire outfit is basically all set, ready to go for Halloween. Just a tiny little bit. And even if I don't have time to alter it, I could just, you know, safety pin in the back and then we'd be good. But we need to talk about this insane flower bouquet, right? There's just so much going on with it. We have the bone stitch markers, ripped up bow holding the entire flowers together, and then I do have my lights. Let's find the red ones. Even though they all glow, the eyeballs that are in the red flowers, it just seems to pop a little bit better. Going through haunted houses, it's gonna be such a moment. Like it really is. This whole thing, I can't wait until it gets a little bit darker out and I can see the entire thing glowing. Another thing that I'm gonna add to the yarn dungeon as an accessory, find something to put it in for while I'm waiting to wear this entire thing out. Thrifting yarn is just a great way to spark inspiration. I mean, I would not have gotten started on this at all if I wouldn't have had this yarn, and especially this red. The red yarn is the one that threw me into it and I was like, ooh, red roses, put them all together, have a little bouquet. Ooh, I did want to mention that Disco Fibers is doing a street fair this weekend, I think, June 11th. This Sunday. So it is happening from noon to 6. So if you're in the local area for them, make sure you pop over, say hi. There is a lot of other things happening. I mean, it's a street fair. It's a fun time. If I was closer, honestly, I'd spend the entire day there. I have, however, been watching and basically obsessing over their Insta account to see all of the yarn that they're getting ready for this event. Like if you're a fan of Madeline Tosh, okay, you don't want to miss this. Like there is so much of that. There's also crochet and knitting books that they have that you can thrift. Like I love having an entire day just sit down with a crochet book. Again, we get a little sneak peek of some of those books that are going to be available. It's just going to be easier if you go onto their site. So everything is linked down below, everything Disco Fibers related down below. Again, if you're able to, don't miss out on this. This seems fun. It's a free event, so just bop on over and get yourself some thrifted yarn. I've had such a fun couple of days creating this project. Seriously, something that I didn't know I was gonna make. Inspiration just hit because of Disco Fibers. Huge, huge shout out thank you to Disco Fibers for making this happen and bringing me so much joy. Seriously, head over and see all of their amazing thrifted yarn that they have on hand. Another thing that is fantastic about thrifting yarn is that the supply of yarn changes all the time. My cart is already halfway full of just yarn that I'm interested in, like different brands, again, that I haven't tried that I want to. But today I am gonna let you go. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, if you like these types of videos, you wanna see some more cosplay and crochet, don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe to join the Ghoul Squad if you haven't yet. Otherwise, have a fantastically spooky rest of your day and I will see you in my next video.